What's up, guys? I am so excited to be back here. So it's been like almost 20 years, and I can only tell you the memories that I've made here. This is really special. So I thought about, all right, what do I want to talk to you guys about? I want to talk to you guys about two things. One, what Bulldog football means to me, what it meant to me, and what it did for my life. And then number two, how you guys are going to play better tonight than you ever played, and how it's going to trampoline you into the rest of the season. So when I thought about, all right, what's Bulldog football mean to me? I thought, like, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. You know, I'm going to start back kind of at the beginning of my situation here. It's deeply personal. So I came here, I moved to East Palestine. I was in 6th grade, 7th grade, right? I was a total dork. Coach Young will tell you. I had these big, huge glasses, oversized baggy clothes. I didn't have any friends. Insecure. My life could have went a lot of different ways. You know, and the one part that I don't want you guys to take for granted for me is I didn't have a dad. I had a single mom, and we lived by all of those funeral home in Meadowview Apartments. Eventually moved next to Mike Cope. He took me under his wing. But, you know, I tell you that because the first time I got involved with Bulldog football, Coach Young had different lifting stuff involved. We had different camps, different things going on, and I couldn't believe that there were guys who weren't getting paid barely anything, and they took an interest in me. These coaches could be doing anything they want with their lives, but they're here because they care about you. They're here because they love you. And so my first challenge to you guys is to just, can you be humble enough to appreciate that they're here because they love you. They want to make your lives better. They want to teach you the things that you need to learn. If you're going to be successful in life, you got to have some kind of mechanism, right? So you got to learn how to be a teammate. You got to learn how to take coaching. You got to learn how to pick yourself up when you have some adversity. So my first challenge to you guys was my first. It was like when I went home and told my mom, like, these guys, they're here trying to help me become a better person. She's like, well, then you better run through a brick wall for them and don't give them any back talk. And you know what? When they call a play, execute it. And believe in it. And execute. You know, and look around here at your teammates, your coaches. If you respect them, if you love them, execute. Full speed. And you know, that's kind of where it came for me. And so I wanted to be part of the program. I wanted to have friends. And my call to action to you is just take a second to appreciate that. Second thing Bulldog football did for me is I made some friends. A lot of them. You know, and I think to me, like, what's the definition of being an alpha? Like the best, everybody wants to be cooler, tougher, respect more, right? That person to me is the one that looks after their teammates, includes other people, gets kids that are involved in the school that should be here. Get them involved. And so I'm telling you that because I still have friendships. I texted and talked to 10 people that were teammates probably this week. These guys, I just keep in touch with a lot of them. Same thing. You will make friends here in relationships that will last your entire life. You know, and I'll be the first to tell you, some of those guys' wives, they think we're dorks. Because we still tell each other we love each other. We hang out, you know, and it means something when you see these guys around. You know, and then the last part is, what football did for me even when I wasn't here. So I started at Merrill Lynch, working on Wall Street right out of college. Kind of similar to what Parker's doing. All right? I started with 10 people, and if you guys have ever seen the movie The Pursuit of Happiness, I had to get a bunch of financial accounts or I was going to lose my job. Everybody lost their job but me, and I only say that because I think Bulldog did a lot of that for me. Because what I would do is I would call different business owners in the area, introduce myself from East Palestine. Sometimes they'd recognize my name, sometimes they'd hang up. Sometimes they hang up because they knew my name. But all kidding aside, you know, you will meet kids from the other schools. You'll meet people all over the world that love high school football. And I'm telling you, the connections that you make help me make enough money to be able to do things that I never even dreamt of. And I'm telling you, the foundation of that started right here. Second thing that I wanted to tell you about, I know you guys can play better than you ever have tonight. And what you got to do is you got to clear mental clutter. And so, what do I mean by that? What I mean by this, I want to ask you guys, how do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to you? When I was a junior, I was at Michigan's football camp, and there was probably 40 quarterbacks there, right? There's a guy named Tom Brady who's just graduated. And their sports psychologist sat down with all of us, and the first thing they gave us was the Michigan Magic quarterback handbook. At the top it says the physical is the mental 4-to-1. And we sat there, didn't do any drills with Greg Harden, who's still there and writes books about how we talk to ourselves. And so somebody had asked me before, like when Tom Brady was behind the Super Bowl, what was he thinking? I said, he really wasn't worried about any of that. He was just looking for opportunity. He was really just looking for opportunity. And he wasn't worried about what happened before this or that. So, I'm asking you, look at your teammates. Can you guys look for opportunity? And the bottom line takeaway I have from all that and the mental clutter is attitude. Attitude's a muscle. It's not a gene. Okay? So you got to work on it. You got to work on it continuously. And the other point is nobody's born a winner and nobody's born a loser. Everybody's born a chooser. So you guys get to choose your attitude. You get to choose your attitude. And let me tell you what mental clutter looks like. Mental clutter looks like, oh, they're big. Oh, they're fast. Oh, they're good. Well, fine, go wash their car or hang out, be a fan. But that's not what Bulldog football is about. What Bulldog football is about is choosing your attitude. And worrying about all that crap, all that garbage, is praying for what you don't want. So, I'm telling you a couple things here that I would like you guys to focus on, to think about. So clear all that mental clutter. What you can focus on is the truth. And the truth is, you guys have shown some greatness, flashes of it. You have at different points, but you haven't put together four quarters of it. You haven't yet. So look around each other, and guess what? When you do put together four quarters of it, I feel bad for them. You guys are you're going to change that mental attitude, but you've got to clear out of that garbage out of there. And the last thing is I would say, clear the mental clutter. The only thing else you can worry about is the next play. That's it. And so I come here, I'm not worried about whether you win or lose or all that. What I want to see is some kid who gets run over, who gets beat deep, something, and he comes back and makes a great play. That's my favorite player. I look at your teammate. I don't want to see anybody with negative attitudes. I don't want to see anybody helping each other, encouraging each other, listening to your coaches. And that's kind of what Bulldog football has done for me. And just, set me up for life. So I'm rooting for all of you guys. Do anything I can to help any one of you. Clear the mental clutter and go play. Play for your coaches and each other. That's it.